So Reading have succumbed to a fifth consecutive defeat, this time losing out at home to playoff hopefuls Huddersfield. And as much as it was a much better performance by the Royals from the last few weeks, in my opinion, the defending was absolutely atrocious once again. This year in 2022, we've conceded 2 goals to Derby, 7 goals to Fulham, 2 goals to Luton, and 4 goals to Huddersfield. That is not good enough. That's 15 goals conceded at home in 4 games. That really is not good enough at all. It doesn't matter who you are. You should not be conceding 15 goals in 4 games. Look, I touched on it. I said it was a much better performance because it was. It really was a much better performance by Reading. Veljko Paunovic, in my opinion, got the tactics right today. He still needs to get sacked. Cannot defend the man at all at the moment. Like I've said in many videos, probably a nice bloke, but he hasn't won a game in 5. We've won 1 game in 10. I think it's 2 wins out of our last 14. It's not good enough all round at all. Like, it's just not good enough in general. Reading haven't kept a clean sheet since October. Now, this is something that I was going to get onto, but since I mentioned it now, I think I'll get into it now. Reading have not kept a clean sheet since October, and for me, that is falling down to the defence. And I hate to say this as well, but it's falling down to the goalkeeper. Look, Luke Southwood makes good saves. He is a good shot stopper, right? He makes a mistake a game. Every game, the guy will make at least 1 mistake. And it's costing Reading a little bit. Today, he made the mistake of dropping the ball. Look, free kick came in for Huddersfield's 3rd goal. And he's come and collected it. He's got it. He took a tiny bit of a niggle. Now, a lot of people, me included at the time in the ground, I thought it was a foul. 1000%. Looking back at it, he's just been clipped the tiniest bit. He's gone down a bit awkwardly and he's dropped the ball. Now, this isn't the first time this season he's dropped the ball from a cross. And look, I just hate to say it, but it seems like a regular occurrence. David James, he used to drop a lot of crosses. And it seems like Luke Southwood has the same problem at the minute. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's definitely Reading's number 1. He's definitely, at the minute, he's only Reading's real senior goalkeeper. But, you know, the guy makes a few mistakes a game. And I think it goes a bit unnoticed. I think really it does go unnoticed. I think once again, John Swift was poor. He got 2 assists, to be fair to him. Set up 2 goals. 1 for George Puscas and 1 for Michael Morrison from a corner. But was it really Michael Morrison's goal? But yeah, he was useless again, in my opinion. He wasn't useless, but he was poor again. He didn't have a good game. He really didn't have a good game, in my opinion. He would just lose the ball too easily. It's the same with the midfield in general, really. You look at Danny Drinkwater. I think them 2 in midfield, Drinkwater and Swift, were poor. They had very poor games. Just not good enough. It's really not good enough. The 2 men don't look like they care. Now, they probably do, don't get me wrong, but on that pitch, they just are not showing it at all. I think they've both got their feet out the door already. They've already wiped it on the mat and they're out. They're gone. And they don't want to be at this club anymore, at least from what I can tell and from the performances that they put in. Doesn't look like they want to be here. Good news, we started 2 up front and both strikers scored. That's really good news. Lucas Joao, starting his first game since August, he was able to get a goal. And George Puscas scored his first goal in the league since his goal against Derby when fans weren't allowed in stadiums. So, yeah, 2 positives to come out of that. Obviously, the strikers were able to score goals. And also, it was a change of tactics. I thought Reading were a lot more positive. The first half, Reading, I thought, were a bit poor. I thought we didn't really have a lack of identity going forward. And it was very much a case of Huddersfield were getting the better of Reading. But I thought in the second half, Reading played really well. They didn't play great, but they played well. Going forward, they seemed a lot more better. And I haven't touched on it just yet, but the ref had an absolute shocker. Absolute shocker from the referee today. There was a penalty appeal for a handball. There was 2 penalty appeals from 2 consecutive corners where players got dragged down. Look, in my opinion, all 3 were penalties, but the ref seemed to miss all of them. Huddersfield's 3rd goal, the ball's gone out of play. He's then given a free kick, let it go 5-10 yards in front of where it was, and then they've been able to put the cross in where Southwood makes a mistake. I thought Reading were really unlucky. And when it rains, it really does pour. And it's the same with Huddersfield's other 2 goals in the first half. A deflection for the first one, and the second one saw the ball ping-pong around the box and just land in a Huddersfield player's feet. I think it was Danny Ward, I think it is. Listen, he scored a hat-trick, his 4th goal, taking nothing away from that. Absolutely fantastic goal. But yeah, they were just lucky, I thought. Huddersfield really were lucky. I thought Reading really did put a good fight up today. I've been really fair in these videos when doing reviews and giving Reading criticism and giving other teams their plaudits. But today, I really can't sit here and say Huddersfield deserved to win. Because, in my opinion, Reading really did deserve the draw today. And throughout me coming back to this channel, maybe I've not been the most optimistic guy, but I really do think Reading played all right today. Now, look, they've got QPR coming up on Saturday, and I can't see us getting anything out of that. But listen, they played the way they did today. Fans won't be moaning as much. Defensively wise, definitely will be, because for me, defensively, we were poor once again. But going forward, 2 up top. We've been saying it for years. George Puscas needs to be up front with a 2-man striker partnership. And what happens? We get 2 men up front and he finally scores. We've only been crying out for it for 2 years. That's going to be it for today's video, though, guys. I'm going to kind of leave it there. I just kind of want to know your guys' thoughts again. Huddersfield fans, congratulations once again. Good win for you boys. Looks like you're going to be pushing into the playoff places. Yeah, 6th now. Fair play. Look, you guys are going to be up there come the end of the season. That's going to be it for today's video there, guys. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. I've been James. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.